What's up, y'all? Down South 77 here again, and this is 3-Star Draw. This is the channel where we talk about G.I. Joe classified and classified related things, and we do it in an adult fashion. I always like to put that disclaimer out there because I don't ever know what I'm going to say myself, so just like to throw it out there. So today is Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you didn't get in any fist fights with any family. I hope you didn't have to call the law on your baby daddy. Hope everything went smooth, and hope you didn't have to spend too much money today. Personally, I just took a trip to the post office and did a lot of window shopping. Not looking forward to Cyber Monday, though, because I can get my eye on something. All four of them are looking at something. But down here, when it gets cold, you know what happens when it starts cooling off. Snakes try to come inside. And today, some snakes found their way in my house via Target and FedEx for actually finding the right house. That's like twice in a row. I need to send them a fruit basket. So the first video I'm going to do, we're going to be looking at number 98. That's right, this bad boy came today. The Python Trubble Bubble and the Python Tele-Viper. So there he is. I like this thing. I think it looks great. And from what I've seen, which I haven't seen it in hand yet, it looks better than the regular flight pod to me anyway. So I'm just going to show the box off here because I'm not going to probably put the whole opening on the video. I am going to record it just in case when I open Tele-Viper, make sure all of his pieces are where they need to be, like his freaking arm. So if everything's cool, I'll probably just go ahead and get it out. I need to heat up that cannon to pop on the bottom of it because I don't want to snap off the ball joint on the bottom. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and get him open and get him out, and then we'll put everything side by side and kind of see what that looks like. Be back in a minute. So there he is. He was intact. That's what it looks like in the box. And looks pretty cool. We got the same artwork there that I'm always going to say could use a splash of color on it, but it's pretty awesome like it is. I will say I do think with a repaint, they still failed to capitalize on the opportunity to put intruder or warning or something across the visor, or do it on one of the alternate heads. Something I really think that would have been cool if they'd have done that, but you know, it is what it is. Let's get him out. Alright, so I went ahead and I just opened everything up and dumped it out, and this is how it landed. The only thing I did do is I did go in and I heated up the cannon and went ahead and popped it on because it needs to be heated really to go on there well and be flexible. You know by now we have to heat the stuff up. So there it is. I like this color scheme on it. It looks cool. The tinted bubble makes all the difference. I think the other one should have had a tinted bubble, but look how that stands out. The graphic, the HUD on the windshield. Now, here's one thing I'm curious to see if they worked on was this right tab. It does not seem like they went back and modified that. So I've actually seen, I haven't done it on mine, but you can trim just a little bit off of this because it does not go in there well at all. The left side will go in. It was like that on the regular bubble. I was hoping maybe they'd gone back and tweaked that, but they didn't. I'm not going to mash down on it. I don't want to break the tab. So one day I need to remember to work on that on mine. But here's what it looks like. This is awful. This is looser than it is on the other one. So here is the bubble. It's you can see it's the same thing. Red. You got yellow. Got the yellow highlights. This is like chrome. This is not painted gray. This is a chromium paint, and it looks very cool on this when the light hits it. I don't know how, like most of these guys, I don't know how camouflaged that's going to be because they're flying around in the sky and the sun's going to be glinting off of that. But I imagine you'd probably hear it first anyway. So, but there's a 360 on it before we put the jets and stuff on it. I think those are the same. No, it actually does have different graphics on it. We'll look at that in a few minutes. But there is that. All of the accessories for it and Tele-Viper's accessories are left as they are. So there's one missile. There's two missiles. Red rockets glare, man. What about some red rockets glare? So there are the jets. The cool highlights here. Fins swivel just as they should. I like the way they bring the detail out on the Python stuff. It's got the Python logo on each side. Those numbers are the same there. So there is all of that jazz. Let's see. Let's find the dog bones. Why in the world they didn't just go ahead and attach these, I don't know. This was not a good decision, and I can't ever figure out how they go. Okay, go like that. So you know how they go. They pop in, and then this one pops in this way. This way. I've done this backwards every time I've put in one of these things together. There. No, it's still not in there. Go in there. Go to your home. Doesn't very well. Okay, there it is. I didn't have it popped all the way in. So, as you know, when you pull the missiles off to fire this at somebody, it pulls the whole dog bone off. So, my other bubbles, I just took and I glued the dog bone in. I'm never going to need to take that out. So I just drop a super glue on that peg on each side and dropped it in there. I'm never going to need that to come off. Why? I guess maybe to keep it from breaking in assembly or shipping. I don't know. So this goes on this way. And there it is, assembled. I love it. My lighting, I'm still working on my lighting here, so I'll do a couple different types of lighting. I still haven't figured out exactly which one is the best for up close, so forgive me. It doesn't pick up the yellow as much as I would like. It is bright. Like this is Crimson Guard yellow. This is the Banana Guard yellow. But it looks fantastic on this. We'll set him to the side for a second. And look, up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, and it's a mole rat and a Trubble bubble. I did that because I doubt anybody else has. And I need to do something with this mole rat because this is one of the ones whose arms falls off randomly. So there's a side-by-side on them. Numbers are the same. Instead of Cobra, you got the Python, and this one does not have the kills for the Sky Strikers. So for a specialized team, you would think maybe they would have more kills. But all of the details, as you can see, everything is the same. But this it stands out. I think it looks fantastic. It has this is cool. It's got that painted like it's a reptile eye. That's a neat little detail. I missed that before looking at it. It's just little stuff like that. This is black on here. It's gray on that one. I like little rats. I just wish they built them right. So there is the bubble. It looks really great. I like Python Patrol. I'm not much on subsets or repaints, as we know. I understand the reason for them. Oh, I can't have this thing falling over again. I just got it halfway stable. And there it goes. Ruin everything, mole rat. Sorry. I know that's loud. I probably should have muted that. but I'm too far in it to stop now. So there is that guy. So let's take a look at the Tele-Viper here. This is what his detailing looks like. Pretty much the same guy. So I've got this one here. So you can see the differences. The visor's red, so everything's yellow. All of the purples and the blacks are two-tone gray, and he has the chain link pants. Everything else is pretty much the same. You know, they couldn't have really done better with the Tele-Viper, I don't think. And I never had the Python Tele-Viper. I only had a couple of the Python patrol guys back then, so I did not have this one. Of course, he's got the Python logo where the Cobra sigil is. Oh, I forgot to show the bomb. The bomb is all black on this one, where it is the standard gray on the other. And here are the alternate head sculpts. There is the white guy head, and there is the flight computer navigation head. It looks really good in the yellow. Like I said, my lights just can't bring this yellow out. So his hose for his backpack is red. That matches pretty well on that. They don't do a good job on matching these guys up. Python Patrol is really the only subgroup that I really like. I like Slaughter's Marauders okay. I think the only ones I ever had were Sergeant Slaughter and Mutt. Antenna's a little warped there, but we can deal with that because some of those rubbery antennas like that are kind of warped. So get his. This was always a camera gun to me. They're Tele-Vipers, so this was a camera gun when I was a kid. I'd like to see some kind of like sonic blast effect for it. So I've got them pretty much set up the same way. See if I can move this thing without everything falling over again. So I've got them pretty much outfitted the same way. It seems like the backpack fits better on this one than it does on the standard one. I'm not sure why. But I have two regular flight pods, and my other one is actually in flight, and I've got this head sculpt on that one. As far as the head sculpts, I'm not going into ethnicities and all of that nonsense for that. I think it's awesome that they included different head sculpts, and I happen to think that the black head sculpt looks the best on both of these figures, especially on the Python figure. There's nothing wrong with the Caucasian head sculpt, white guy sculpt. He's fine. They actually did put some color on his lips, so it could have been a little darker, but they're not completely flesh tone, and they don't look like he's necessarily wearing lip gloss on it either. So there he is. A good looking figure. If you like Python Patrol, you're going to like him. If you don't like Python Patrol, you're not going to like him. I think everybody probably would have rather seen a tinted visor on this bubble here. I think the red and the blue, I think that's cool that they changed that to blue for this one. I just overall, I just think this one it's just sexy, especially with this as chrome. I thought this was gray, but it is. It's a chrome. So I'm gonna set him over here and move him and move these. I'm gonna pull his tele gun off and pull this off. So on this one, you really probably need to have a Python figure in this one for it to, you put anybody in the regular Trubble bubble. Joints are a little tight, not bad. Probably about like the regular Tele-Viper was for me. So I'm going to set him in there with the seatbelt and see what he looks like. Probably not going to go ahead and fasten it all because I have trouble with these clamp things, getting them snapped in there. Oh, and there goes the missile in the dog bone. So I'm just going to stick him in there and kind of put that together like so, just to get an idea of what he looks like. I like the handlebars. It's actually even got a little brake for it. I'm like, what do you? I guess you're controlling each thruster the way you would a front and back wheel on a motorcycle, or front and back brake on a motorcycle. I guess that would maybe control each thruster. So there's how he looks in there. He looks good. So this is definitely a much more colorful, sexier set than the regular Bubble with this dude in it. So there they are. There is the Crimson Flight Pod and Trubble Bubble and Tele-Viper. I like them. They're not going to be for everybody, and that's coming from somebody who doesn't really like repaints all that much. But the Python Patrol I will get because I do like the Python Patrol. I just like their color schemes. I like kind of gaudy stuff. So there is that one, and let's move that back where it goes. I'm just having all kind of tough technical difficulties this time. So there it is, guys. Hope you liked the video and the review. I appreciate you giving me a like. Hit that subscribe button. See if I can come out with some new content for y'all. I'm trying to come up with stuff every couple days, and I'll be reviewing figures and stuff as they come in. So on this guy, he's fantastic, and the most I can give a repaint is 4 yeehaws. I can't go to 5 on a repaint just because I just can't for a repaint. So on these guys, 4 is as good as it can get, and for me, he's a 4. I mean, he nails it. So Python Patrol, Trubble Bubble, and Tele-Viper, it's a 4 yeehaws. See you guys next time on 3 Star Draw.